All right, welcome in Leos to your monthly tarot reading. So this is for February. This applies to all Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus Leos out there. We have Jupiter today, so he decided to come join. I kind of see it as like Jupiter being in your sun sign, so this is an omen of good luck for Leos for February. So I do not bring Jupiter in for any readings. He comes on his own accord. So I always say if he shows up, it's a sign of good luck for that reading. So that will be for you Leos. So how are y'all doing? We're moving on already now into the second month of 2025. Pretty crazy January. Yeah, there's a lot going on as per usual. It seems like these times there's always something going on. So I kind of move through each sun sign. So every month I start with whatever sign the sun is in, which would be your birthday month. So for February, I started with Aquarians. So, now I'm at Leo. So definitely done a good amount of the sign readings, and I always pick up on the trends. And then for the signs that I'm, then recording, I try to loop you in on the trends I'm seeing for the month. Definitely a big trend is around kind of noting the chaos and conflict going on, especially in the external environment in the world right now. That's definitely going to continue. I'm really seeing it more being called out for February. And the big thing for the guidance for everyone is to really protect yourself, really identify what the chaos or internal conflict you're feeling. Is it really yours, or is it other people's? Are you picking it up from the environment, from the TV, from social media? So really check in throughout February. I just intuitively kind of close my eyes and connect with my energy, and kind of feel within and intuitively ask, okay, especially if I'm going through something, if I'm feeling a lot, it's intense, I'm like, okay, what percentage of this energy I'm feeling or taking on, or heaviness I'm feeling, is not mine? I did it a lot of times, most of the time, all your energy, since we live in this physical reality, definitely there's always going to be something impacting us no matter what. So everything you're feeling is not going to be all yours. And a lot of times it's going to be, a lot of it's going to be actually other people's or the external environment. So that just helps to give you a perspective. Then you can maybe do a little check-in, do a little, protection, meditation, like just imagine yourself being surrounded by a diamond white light. Sometimes I do like a diamond pyramid light. Whatever you feel intuitively drawn to put around you as far as light or an object to protect yourself. Maybe doing even a little cleansing process. Sometimes I'll imagine myself like underneath a waterfall and just allowing that water to cleanse over me and purify and remove any energy that's not mine. When you take showers during the day, also as you're physically, in the shower, imagine the water kind of, again, cleansing you. I'll see myself kind of almost like you're covered in mud, but all of a sudden it'll come up in different colors or different. Sometimes it may look like dirt. Sometimes it's kind of almost more like a sky, like a really dark blue kind of sky color kind of energy. And I'll see the water just kind of clearing it off my body and going down the drain. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Those are just some examples to help, but that's kind of a big trend that I'm seeing in the messages for February. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes up for you. I feel specifically that's been coming up more the last kind of few readings I've been doing. And Also, I feel like it could depend on the timing of the reading that I'm doing. So yeah, for Leos, I decided to go with the little kind of blingy tarot deck here, because Leos tend to be, you know, more like that. And just, I talked a little bit about my stones in the weekly reading for January, starting January 20th. So you may want to check that reading out. But I talked about these specific stones that I'm using. I started talking about the stones because for some reason I've definitely been pulled back to stones lately. So I went through this period. I've been into crystals and stones since I was little, but I really, like, there was a period where I really started to build my collection, and I was like watching, you know, a live kind of sales and getting stones. And I really went through that for about 5 years or some years. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, my kind of draw or to that kind of stopped. Also, too, I felt like I really built up my collection and had a lot of stones that I wanted and needed. And then it's been a long time that I really haven't picked up anything new, haven't been drawn to it, but that's been all of a sudden coming back to me. I think, too, I've been just randomly coming across videos that really talk about certain stones, and you got to really be in tune with those synchronicities in your life, like what's being put in front of you, you know. And it's not just ironic. So, like, you know, certain stone, the first video I saw was actually a guy talking about the top stones, and how to use them. And what's interesting is I know a lot about stones, but he actually gave me a lot of information that I didn't know. And then just like a couple weeks after that, I just happened, one of the stones he talked about is celestite, which I actually have up here. This kind of light bluish stone. It's very angelic, a very positive stone. But I just happened to come across it, and it was such a good deal. And I'm like, well, I feel like the universe put that in front of me. And that's kind of what's been happening. So definitely now I know, like, there's something about the need for crystals and stones and how they can help us right now and support us. So I'm going to give that guidance to you guys as well out there, and to help support you, because there's a lot, you know, in the external world happening and internally as well. So right now you'll see I switch my stones up depending on what I'm either feeling or drawn to, but I have pyrite here, clear quartz. This is actually Arkansas clear quartz. And then this is called aragonite. This is a new one I got that I hadn't got before. So this is kind of more of a one maybe you haven't heard of before, but I came across it and I looked up the metaphysical properties and meaning, and it was like spot on to what I needed. So just calling those out for you guys. You know, again, we got pyrites really aligned with abundance and wealth, like manifesting that positivity, luck. So that's very much of a Leo type stone. So let's dive in. Let's get some tarot or oracle first to kind of see what's going on for the month. So diligence. Courage, that's been coming up, the courage also, and abundance, which we just talked about pyrite, so that's spot on here. The strength card has been coming up a lot as well with this card in the oracle, the courage card. And I feel like for you Leos, I feel like there's a lot of distraction happening in February, that the external world, things are distracting you, kind of, again, getting in your head, potentially causing more inner conflict. But the diligence to me is about just focusing on the right here, right now, like really being in the moment, not getting so pulled into like either the external world or too much into the future or in the past, and just like focusing your attention. If there's something you're working on or some goal or something you want, You know, you may be feeling some impatience. I'm also picking that up in the collective. There's this impatience, frustration with things have kind of really, the energy slowed down, especially all through last year and the beginning of this year. And it's like people want things to move forward. We want change. We want good things to come in, and it's like just not happening as fast as people want. And if you're working on something in your personal life, there's that diligence of just like focusing, doing, you know, you don't have to do 100 tasks in one day or try and make like a big goal happen in a week. You know, it's part of the like value of the process is just that, is really the act of doing it, and finding the beauty in that and the gratitude. So there's that diligence and the courage. Again, patience can be about courage, having the courage to just be patient. But there is some sort of strength or courage here that is required, that's opening up a new level of abundance for you. So there could be a new opportunity that potentially could be risky, and it could be a little bit like intimidating, or you could be apprehensive about this risk. But I do feel like it could be a lot, and that's where also the diligence comes in of just like, well, it's a great opportunity, and ultimately could lead to abundance here, but it's just being diligent and doing each thing necessary to move you forward one step at a time. All right, let's see what's underneath. So we got the Page of Cups. Yeah, there definitely could be an opportunity. Interesting here, it's like an opportunity that may not have like fast results or fast payoff. You know, it's just maybe part of that apprehension is like, well, you know, I want quick opportunity. I want quick abundance. I want payoff fast. There could be something around that, Leo. But there's almost something about needing to kind of realign your expectations about something or someone, and knowing that sometimes the long-term investment is going to be a bigger payoff for you. So this, again, could be something to do with money. It could be work, or just like something creative project, or it could be a relationship. The Tower. Oof, okay. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and then I have to do this because these are pretty big. The Nine of Wands and the Death card. So what I just said about the three first cards, so this could be in the past or what's been happening to you. You could have certain expectations. You could have been in this whole period of waiting for something to happen, waiting for an offer of love, waiting for a new level of commitment if it's a relationship, waiting for a new relationship. Again, this could be around work, or just, again, new opportunities for you to do something to bring in more money or abundance for yourself. But then all of a sudden, wham, we have the Tower. So that's very Uranian, or the planet Uranus. That's Uranian energy here. And that's bringing in something that almost like just happens suddenly here. There's something that blows up that slowness, that plotting energy, and it's needing to help kind of move things along or move things in a new direction, to kind of, I almost see like to kickstart the, you know, the horse to move faster here. But a part of this, I do feel like part of this, some sort of truth or clarity, this could be just like a download for some of you. Like all of a sudden this like aha Tower moment, more internally, spiritually, mentally. But there is some sort of clarity or truth that's kind of out of the blue. Okay, this could be a shock. And it could come about by a conversation, a text, an email, or something you see online. You know, these three cards together, sometimes they manifest. This could be, again, you come across something on social media, like a video, and someone's talking about something, and it's like it triggers this like spiritual expansion awareness. Like you learn something, you're like, oh my God, I didn't, that's like, that's what I needed. That's a piece of information I needed right now in my life. That's like expanding my whole world, giving me a new perspective. And that's almost like, it's positive, right? It's almost like leveling you up to a new level to help you view your life in a new way that's going to change everything. That's kind of what those 3 cards to me can be. But this can come about in any way. This could be like in regards to some sort of connection. Again, it all of a sudden, like maybe you both have been kind of holding back your truth about something, or and all of a sudden just like small conversation all of a sudden just like randomly leads to some truth about something or some clarity that's kind of blowing everything out of the water right now. And that's maybe where this courage comes in, is needing to, for one, having the courage to speak your truth. I think that's a big one right now. Like there's a lot of opportunity where people are needing to finally speak up for themselves, not just going with what everyone else wants or what your relationship wants, withholding information because you're not trying to, shake the boat or, create conflict, hurt someone's feelings. This is going to get more and more intense, where the universe and the energies in the external world is really going to start forcing us to, like, what is our truth? Like, don't just go along with the truth of the collective or the truth of, if we think of like more bigger, like political parties, like it was thinking for ourselves now. And maybe the truth is like understanding that maybe you've had a really difficult road in something, and maybe the truth is you finally realize like it's not just you, like other people feel like this. But there's definitely some sort of transformation that this Tower moment's coming with. This could also bring about some sort of ending of a period that's been difficult, with the 9 of Wands again. Which I think is, it may immediately be a little scary, but I do think this is what you really want. And it's going to help shift you, the energies in your life to bring in some better things ultimately. So I feel like this, everything I'm saying is, it seems like I'm on repeat with the last couple of readings. There's definitely similar messages coming out for the different signs. So let's keep going. We have the 4 of Wands. I'm hearing like, what is your definition of happiness? And I don't think that you've ever really stopped to figure out what your truth is with that question. Instead, like, you've just followed the path of what, your society, culture, family said, well, this is what happiness is. And maybe you've done that, you've built it, and you're like, well, whatever situation you're in, I'm not happy. And maybe you need to come clean with somebody, whether it's a spouse or relationship or family or whatever, in saying, I want something different, and you want to go down a different path. And something really, this Tower comes in to really open your eyes to like, yeah, this is what I really want, or this is what I don't want, and changing that. So Knight of Swords, the World. So if you see here, this Knight of Swords is kind of facing the 4 of Wands, and kind of going at it with that really intense energy. That's what I was saying. Like, something really is like triggers you to finally be like, no, this is what I want, and I'm going for it. It could be around, again, like maybe a house, a living situation, a relationship. Because the 4 of Wands is more around kind of personal, like hearth and home, family, kind of commitments, like marriage, engagements, things like that. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you're not getting what you want in these areas of your life, and it's kind of built up resentment and anger, and you're finally, the tower comes in to trigger you. And that could be a tower moment that does end up in kind of more of a emotional turmoil that creates some anger outbursts. That's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Because then you have the World card, which is endings and new beginnings, with the Death card. So it could be that something does have to end and you're ready for it to end. But the energy with the Death and the World are huge. I mean, this is the culmination of complete change. Like that, to me, those two cards is about like a whole life change. Whole life change here. So we got, yep, and the World, big energies here. This is big shifts in the wind. You know, and two, we just had with, is it this week? I can't remember the dates, but we have a huge planetary alignment happening that hasn't happened in a long time. I mean, a long, long time. And the planets aren't necessarily, like you'll hear that, oh, the planets are aligned. And it's not that exactly the planets are in like a row, but the way they are aligned and situated is pretty big from an astrological standpoint. And again, it hasn't happened in a long time. So this is bringing about some huge shift and change in this physical reality and for us individually. So there's a huge shift happening here. It's interesting that we're also aligning, you know, the end of January in the United States. We have, you know, the changing of the guards. We have a new president coming in. So this is also ushering in a whole new period. That's a huge change from where we're at. So I think this is going to be a mirror. We're going to see this in the external environment, but it's going to also mirror back in our internal, like our personal lives. So yeah, divine timing, something's coming in hot. You have the King of Pentacles and, oh, the Strength card. What did I say? That's been coming out a lot. And you also got the, all right, sorry about that. Had a little, someone show up with a delivery. So I had pulled the King of Swords, but the Strength card also flew out. So I definitely feel like this anger is kind of at this King of Pentacles, Leo. So this is someone in your life here. I do feel like there's some kind of, it's been a growing resentment that I think definitely has been not fully expressed here. It could be, again, around potentially commitment or home, or just like, again, the life that potentially maybe both of you aren't aligning on and you haven't in a long time. But let's see, one for the King of Pentacles. Well, I'm going to pull the next line. Yeah, there's definitely conflict here. So this could be, again, differing of values, differing of ideas. Just there's a confliction here. And it could be, this could be referencing, there's actually a fight that kind of breaks out. That could be the Tower, High Priestess, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so the opportunity here is an ending of this cycle that hasn't been working for you, and a beginning one that really aligns with you, Leo. So we have the King of Wands, which is a fire sign, and that's you, Leo. And this has to do with connection and love, and just something that works more with you and what you want in your life, and what feels good for you, and what fills you up. What you know, Leos, you like passion, you like intensity, you also like that you want to feel alive. You like having fun and getting out and adventuring and experiencing life. And I'm going to just see between this King, what's going on with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Wands here. Yeah, it's like Definitely maybe this person is cold. You know, they may have a different focus than you. Like this King of Pentacles, especially with these two cards, I feel like is more focused on, you know, again, it could be money. They could be, you know, just focus on work. They're more about what building their life rather than maybe their priority isn't love, or again, you want to like enjoy life. You want to experience more, and this person is more, well, I want to just work, and they like focusing on the day to day. It's almost like they're too much diligence. It's too much about diligence and not enough about smelling the roses and enjoying life, which you want to do, Leo. There could be money issues here with this person that's causing conflict. There's some conflict around money. I mean, this could be a lot of things because this could really, relationship connection could be affecting your health. But definitely not feeling the love here with this. You are not feeling the love. Potentially you haven't been for a long time with this Knight of Pentacles. You know, what this person is offering you is, again, a page, and you're looking for the Knight of, or the King. You're looking for King, someone who can offer from a King perspective, not a page. And this finally reaches ahead. And you intuitively in your soul have been knowing, like, kind of waiting silently, like, just like, you know what, this isn't the right time, but you know, like, this is coming, of kind of the Tower of blowing the situation. And it's stuck, right? It's stuck. And part of the stuckness is that each of you wants different things, and you're really stuck in like, no, this is what I want. No one's really willing to, especially this person. I feel like this person's not willing to compromise or change. They have a very like one-way view of thinking and doing things, and it just isn't working for you. But what's coming here, I love this, again, with the strength. Like, you are going to find the courage to face the truth of the situation, to even face this person and speak your truth. But you're going to overcome this. This has been very difficult for you. And it's like you're feeling really depleted from, again, from a emotional, fulfilling passion, very lack of passion here. But something's coming amazing. You could also be attracting another fellow fire sign, or just someone who's really, again, has that passion for you and for wanting to be in a relationship and create a life with someone. Let's get one for the King of Wands. So either if this is just, if it's referencing you, I do feel like you have a lot of deep emotions going on. You're working through them. If this is someone else in your life that's coming, I do feel like it's, you don't know this person yet. You still aren't clear of this situation, but this is kind of more in the future. So it's almost like something has to close out for something new to come in. But it's going to be, it's looking really great with the cards here. And I think there's some sense of relief when the truth comes out. Or even a relief when, if this potentially ends, if you are in a current situation with somebody, connection, relationship, and this ends, there's almost like a relief. Like maybe you're scared of how you're going to feel when it ends. But in reality, when it does actually happen, I do feel this more of a sense of relief and peace than actually like turmoil or sadness or grief. I mean, there's obviously going to be a little of that, but I feel like you've known this is coming with the High Priestess for a long time, Leos. And for some of you, if it's not a relationship, this could be just an internal shift going on. A real big spiritual internal shift. And maybe it's you've been dealing with a lot of financial issues, wanting to manifest more abundance in your life. And this has been a source of conflict for you internally, not feeling good about where you're at in your life. And this, again, the Tower's coming in to help kind of clear any energies or blocks internally, especially like deep wounding or trauma. that is still kind of, you know, that are represented by different internal parts, like inner child, that is kind of holding back and doesn't believe that you can have abundance or have all these things or even have love. So, and it could be, again, you're in a relationship or a marriage, but it's just not, it's not working for you. It's just, it's not, you're not feeling the love. You could be really cold towards each other and just feel, again, it's like right now it's a relationship of convenience. But really, as far as the two of you, it's not really providing the two of you any sort of, you know, emotional fulfillment or love energy here. So, all right, Leos, that is your February reading. Just seeing if there's anything else I'm picking up on before I leave, but I don't think so. So you guys have a great February. Happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.